Tim Berners-Lee is a British computer scientist and inventor of the World Wide Web. He was born on June 8, 1955, in London, England. He was the oldest of four siblings born to Mary Lee Woods and Conway Berners-Lee. Both mathematicians who worked on the first commercially available computer, the Ferranti Mark I. Tim's parents were instrumental in his early interest in computers. Tim attended Emmanuel School in London and went on to study physics at the Queen's College, Oxford. After graduating in 1976, he worked as an engineer at Plessey Telecommunications in Poole, Dorset, where he worked on designing and building electronic components for telecommunication systems. In 1980, Tim joined the European Organization for Nuclear Research CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, where he worked on developing computer software to aid in the analysis of experimental data from particle accelerators. While at CERN, he became frustrated with the difficulty of sharing information between different computer systems and software programs. This led him to propose a solution that would allow scientists to share information and collaborate over the Internet. In 1989, Tim wrote a proposal for what he called the World Wide Web, a system of hyperlinked documents that could be accessed and viewed on the Internet using a web browser. The proposal was initially rejected by his boss. But Tim continued to refine and develop the idea, eventually building the first web browser and web server. In 1990, Tim launched the first web page, which provided information about the World Wide Web project and how to use it. He also developed the first web browser, called World Wide Web, and the first web server, which he named HTTPD. These early web technologies formed the basis of the modern Internet and laid the foundation for the explosion of online communication, commerce, and social media that we see today. In 1994, Tim founded the World Wide Web Consortium W3C, an international organization dedicated to promoting the development and standardization of web technologies. The W3C has played a key role in shaping the evolution of the web, developing standards for HTML, CSS, and other web technologies, and ensuring that the web remains an open and accessible platform for all. In addition to his work on the World Wide Web, Tim has been an advocate for open access to information and an active voice in the global debate over Internet privacy and freedom. He has received numerous honors and awards for his contributions to the development of the Internet, including the Queen Elizabeth Prize for Engineering, the Turing Award, and the Webby Award. In 2001, Tim joined the Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT) as a professor of computer science, where he continues to teach and conduct research on web technologies and open access to information. He has also served as a director of the World Wide Web Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting the use of the web as a tool for social and economic development. In recent years, Tim has become increasingly concerned about the future of the web, particularly the growing dominance of a few large tech companies and the rise of online surveillance and censorship. He has called for a contract for the web that would establish a set of principles and guidelines for the development and use of the Internet, including the protection of privacy and free expression. Tim Berners-Lee is a pioneering computer scientist and inventor whose work on the World Wide Web has transformed the way we communicate, access information, and conduct business online. His vision for an open and accessible web has inspired generations of technologists and entrepreneurs, and his advocacy for Internet freedom and privacy continues to shape the global conversation about the future of the Internet. In 2019, Tim launched a new project called Solid, which aims to decentralize the web and give users greater control over their personal data. Solid is an open-source platform that allows users to store their data in a personal online data store, or pod, which they can then share with applications and services as they see fit. The goal of Solid is to shift the balance of power from tech giants to individual users, giving them more control over their online lives and allowing for greater innovation and competition in the tech industry. Tim has also been vocal about the need for greater digital literacy in education, particularly in the developing world. He believes that access to the web is a fundamental human right and has worked to promote the use of the web as a tool for social and economic development. In addition to his work in computer science, Tim is also an accomplished musician and has played in several bands over the years. He is a fan of jazz and plays the saxophone, guitar, and keyboards. Tim has been married to Nancy Carlson since 2014 and has 2 children from a previous marriage. He currently lives in the United States, where he continues to work on his various projects and initiatives aimed at improving the web and promoting digital literacy and access. In recognition of his groundbreaking work on the World Wide Web, Tim has received numerous awards and honors, including the Order of Merit, one of the highest honors in the United Kingdom, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Tim's legacy as the inventor of the World Wide Web is undeniable, and his ongoing work to promote a more open and accessible Internet continues to inspire and influence technologists, policymakers, and advocates around the world.